Hi, I'm Mike Ricker. I'm the owner of Crash of Rhinos Painting and Garage Floors here in the Phoenix metro area. If you're watching this, you're probably a homeowner in the Valley trying to figure out who you can actually trust to paint your home. We're one of the top rated exterior painters here in Arizona. And on our website, you'll see a 4.9 out of 5 rating based on 1,000 reviews and nearly 8,000 homes painted across the Phoenix metro area over the last 2 decades. We didn't buy those reviews, we earned them, one house at a time. In this video, I'm going to walk you through very directly why homeowners keep choosing us, keep recommending us, and frankly, why we've built a reputation that a lot of other painting companies don't like to be compared to. I'm going to break this into chapters, so if you only care about things like warranty or prep work or pricing, you can skip straight to that section. Let's start with the truth about why so many painting experiences in Phoenix are just bad. Let's be honest about this. Most people don't call a painter because they love dealing with contractors. You call because your house needs help. The stucco is cracking, the color is faded, the HOA is sending you letters, and now you have to roll the dice on a contractor. Here's what we hear every week from people who have had bad experiences before they found us. The painter didn't show up on time. The quote was one page and vague. It said, paint the house. And then the price changed later. Communication was terrible or non-existent. Homeowners had no idea who was coming and what was happening or when the job would be done. Prep work was rushed. Masking was sloppy. And when there was a problem, the contractors suddenly, they were hard to reach. We build Crash of Rhinos is the exact opposite of that. If you've ever thought, why is it so hard to find a painting company that just does what they say they're going to do? That's literally the problem we exist to solve. In the next chapter, I'll show you real numbers and proof that we're doing exactly that, year after year. Anybody can say we're the best. So here are some hard numbers. On our website, you'll see a 4.9 star rating based on 1,000 reviews across Google, Yelp, House, Facebook, and the BBB. We've helped thousands of homeowners throughout the Phoenix area and surrounding valley over the last 2 decades. On top of that, third-party platforms like Angie's List and Home Advisor show us with a 5.0 rating and an overwhelming majority 5 stars. But the important part is what they say in those reviews. They talk about our constant communication. They talk about our prep work and attention to detail. They talk about how our crews are on time, professional, respectful, and that they leave the home clean every day. And then they talk about how we stand behind our warranty years after the job is done. That's why we can confidently say we're one of the top-rated painters in Phoenix. Not because I say so in a video, but because our customers keep saying it in writing, publicly, over and over again. Now let's talk about one of the simplest but boldest differences. We don't take your money up front. We do not take a deposit. With Crash of Rhinos, you don't pay a dime until the job is 100% complete and you're happy with the work. That's not an industry standard. Most painters want 25, 50%, sometimes the entire thing up front. Or they want you to cover materials before they start. Our view is simple. If a painting company needs your money before they've done any work, that is a red flag. We've been doing this long enough with strong enough track record that we're comfortable getting paid last when the job is done and you've walked it with us. We shoulder the risk, not you. That's part of how we build trust, and it only works because the rest of our systems, especially communication, are strong. Let's talk about that, because for us, customer service is the product. On our website, you'll see this line: customer service is our #1 goal. It's not marketing language. That's how we run the company. Here's what that looks like in real life when you work with us. First, when you call us, you're not dropped into some AI phone tree. You talk to a real person. My phone rings first. Then it goes to Megan, my daughter, and future owner of the company. Second, the proposal. We don't send you a one-time quote that says full house paint, X number of dollars. You get a detailed written proposal that spells out what we're painting, what repairs we're doing, what products we're using, how many coats, and exactly what's included and what isn't. No gray areas, no "I thought that was included" surprises. Third, communications during the job. We keep you in the loop with daily photo updates of the work in progress, status updates on what was done today and what's going to happen tomorrow, clear start times and finish times. You're never wondering, where's my painter? What are they doing today? The fourth, after the job. We don't just disappear once the check clears. We do a final walkthrough with you. We fix anything that needs touching up. We follow up afterward to make sure you're still happy. Most painters treat communication like a nice to have. We treat it like it's the core product. The paint on the wall is the result of that process. Now, a huge part of being able to deliver that consistently is who is actually on your property. Let's talk about that. Here's something most homeowners don't realize. A lot of painting companies in Phoenix are really just one person with a phone who subs everything out. So you get whatever crew is available that week. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. You have no idea who's actually at your house. We do it differently. At Crash of Rhinos, we do not use subcontractors. Every person on your property is our employee, part of our team. Our painters are drug tested, background checked, and e-verified. They go through training and ongoing evaluations. That means a few things for you. You know who is at your home. You get consistent quality because it's the same type of crew on every job following the same process. And if there's ever a problem, there's no finger pointing between a company and a sub. We own it. If a company can't tell you who's actually going to show up at your house, that is a problem. We can. They're our people. Now let's talk about the other half of the equation, what we put on your walls. Phoenix is brutal on exterior paint. We're dealing with extreme heat, intense UV, monsoon rains, dust storms, stucco that expands and contracts. If you use cheap paint or the wrong system, you might save a little up front, but then you'll pay for it repainting years sooner. That's why we use Dunn-Edwards for our exterior projects. It's specifically formulated for high UV exposure, heat and thermal movement, resistance to cracking, peeling, and mildew, better resistance to fading and dirt pickup. We pair that with our process, which I'll cover in the next chapter, so your paint looks better and lasts longer than what you'd get from someone cutting corners. If you have a favorite Sherwin-Williams or other manufacturer color, we can color match it to Dunn-Edwards so you get the color you love with a product that's actually designed for our climate. If your painter can't clearly tell you what product they're using, why they chose it, and how it holds up in Phoenix specifically, then they're guessing. We're not guessing. We know it works here because we've seen it on thousands of homes over 2 decades. Now, great paint still fails if you skip the most important part, prep. Prep is where most paint jobs succeed or fail. If you don't see it as much in the finished photos, but you feel it a few years later when things start peeling, cracking, or flaking. Here's how we think about prep. On a typical exterior project, we're going to pressure wash the home. That gets rid of dust, most importantly, chalking, loose peeling paint, and grime. We repair stucco, minor drywall, and wood issues. We adjust cracks, woodpecker damage, and failed patches. We apply primer where needed, especially on bare or repaired areas. We use products like dry lock in specific situations where extra sealing is needed, like on the stem wall. We mask and protect everything that shouldn't get paint. Windows, doors, fixtures, landscaping, concrete. Then and only then do we start applying paint. Our crews are trained to be meticulous about masking and prep. You'll see it in the way edges are taped and how they protect your driveways and walkways and how they clean up every day, not just at the end of the job. This is one of the biggest reasons we're comfortable offering something that most painters in Arizona don't, the 7-year warranty. Now let's talk about that a bit. By law, in Arizona, an exterior painting contractor only has to give you a 2-year warranty. A lot of companies stick to that minimum. Some will sell you an extended warranty if you pay more. We decided to go the other direction. We offer a 7-year warranty on all of our exterior paint jobs. That's more than 3 times the state minimum. What does that really mean? It means that we're confident in our products, confident in our prep work and our process, and we're planning to be here answering the phone years from now. We regularly have situations where a homeowner calls us years later and there's a small area that needs attention. We come out, we fix it, we stand behind the original job. That's in our reviews. People talk about the fact that we actually honor our warranty, not just advertise it. If a painter offers a short warranty or seems vague about what's covered, that's a sign they don't expect their work to last, or they don't expect to be around to answer the phone. We do. Now, for a lot of homeowners, the next headache is the HOA. We help with that too. If you live in an HOA community in Phoenix area, you already know. You can't just pick any color and go for it. You've got to get approved color schemes, paperwork, and sometimes painful back and forth with the HOA board. We've built our process to make that easier for you. Here's what we can do for you. We can help you track down your HOA's approved color palettes. We can work with Dunn-Edwards color consultants to help you choose colors that both look good and meet the HOA rules. And we can guide you through the paperwork so you're not guessing or submitting the wrong thing. That means less time arguing with your HOA, less risk of getting denied and having to start over, and a final result that looks great and is fully approved. Most painting companies will say, just tell us what color. We actually help you figure it out the right way. Now, I can tell you all day long, we do things differently, but the most important voice isn't mine, it's our customers. If you go to our reviews page, you'll see the same themes come up again and again. Homeowners say things like, the communication was constant and clear. They showed up early every day, worked so hard. The crew was professional, polite, and cleaned up every day. They did exactly what they said they would do, on time and on budget. Years later, when we had a small issue, they came back and took care of it under warranty. We've had people drive around the block just to look at their freshly painted house again. They refer us to neighbors, friends, and family because they were genuinely surprised a contractor experience could be this smooth. They've hired us again a decade later for their repaint and say the second time was just as good as the first. That consistent pattern, clear communication, strong prep, high quality materials, respectful crews, and a real follow-through is why we've earned the reviews we have. We don't get it perfect every time. No contractor does. The difference is how we respond when something's not perfect. We fix it, we own it, we stand behind it. Now, I want to be upfront about something else. We are not the right fit for everyone. And let me be blunt here. We are not the cheapest painter in Phoenix, and we are not trying to be. If you are purely shopping for the lowest possible bid, and that's the only thing that matters to you, we are not your painter. Here's who we are a great fit for. Homeowners want their house to look right and stay looking right. People who care about communication, reliability, and professionalism, not just a number on a piece of paper. People who don't want strangers of unknown background roaming around their property. People who want one company to be accountable, start to finish, including the warranty. If you want no money down, top tier materials designed for the desert, thorough prep and masking, clean, respectful in-house crews, a 7-year warranty that actually means something, and a level of communication most contractors just don't provide, then we're probably a very good fit for you. If on the other hand, you just want the cheapest paint job you can find and you're okay rolling the dice on who shows up and how long it lasts, I'll be honest, I'm not your guy. You're built for homeowners who really care about their home and want the job done right. If that's you, here's what happens next. If you're thinking, yes, this is the kind of experience I want, here's how to get started. Step 1, request a free proposal. Go to our website, give us a call. You're not talking to a bot. You're talking to me or Megan. And step 2, we come out, we take a look. We'll walk the exterior of your home, talk through your goals, HOA requirements, and any problem areas. We'll answer any questions about colors, products, or processes. You'll get a detailed written proposal on the spot. There's no vague language. You'll see what's included, what we're preparing, what products we're using, and the full scope in writing. Step 3, color and HOA support. If you're in an HOA, we'll help. We'll track down approved colors. We can coordinate with Dunn-Edwards for color consults and guide you through the approval process. We schedule and complete your project to step 4, and you'll get daily photo updates, clear communication. Our in-house background check crews show up on time. We complete the work, do a final walkthrough with you, and make any touch-ups as needed. 5th step, you pay only when the job is complete, and you're happy. And your 7-year warranty starts there. If you want a stress-free, hassle-free exterior paint job from one of the highest rated painters in Phoenix, reach out. I'm Mike with Crash of Rhinos Painting and Garage Floors. We'd love to take care of your home.